Hey Star Warriors, Geek here, to share my experience at the Star Wars and the Power of Costume exhibit from the EMP in Seattle. I've been meaning to make an episode on this for a long time, ever since the end of January, when I went to the grand opening party. Well, I'm finally getting around to it, so instead of stalling any further, let's get going. The Experience Music Project is a fantastic interactive museum of pop culture in Seattle that is also home to the Seattle Science Fiction Museum. The EMP was founded in 2000 by Paul Allen, one of the co-founders of Microsoft. Paul Allen has some amazing Star Wars collectibles that are often on display. The building might look a bit odd on the outside, but it lies in the shadow of the Space Needle, making the EMP a great stop if you visit Seattle. On January 30th, 2015, the EMP hosted the grand opening party for the fantastic exhibit, Rebel, Jedi, Princess Queen, Star Wars and the Power of Costume, which showcases some of the best costumes from the entire Star Wars saga. This exhibition is curated by the Smithsonian Institution, in partnership and constellation with the Lucasfilm Museum of Narrative Arts. With the world premiere in Seattle, this exhibit will be touring additional locations, with a schedule yet to be determined. When I heard that Seattle was the first stop for this traveling mini-museum, I was thrilled. I was among the people who were lined up to see their favorite celebrities, science fiction pieces, and galactic garb on opening night. I knew I'd want to see the exhibit no matter what, but I wasn't sure about the grand opening. Well, when I heard that the actor behind my favorite Star Wars character, C-3PO, was going to be in attendance, even doing a spotlight talk, I was all in. I'm sure most of you know by now that I'm talking about Anthony Daniels, the charismatic, energetic, and entertaining man behind Goldenrod himself. The other attendee was the smooth-talking actor behind Lando Calrissian, Billy Dee Williams. Both of these visitors were reason enough to get me to go to opening night. Many fans dressed up, excited to see if their cosplay costume matched the screen-used props inside the confines of the EMP. The first thing we did was get the exclusive wristband for access into the Anthony Daniels Spotlight Talk, as that was what I was most excited for. We headed into the main hall to get a lay of the land and check out all the cosplayers and musicians performing the best tunes from the saga. We made our way to the stage to see what might happen next, which is how we got front row access to one of the coolest Star Wars experiences I've ever had. Anthony Daniels came right out on stage giving his story of how he became C-3PO, even pulling out a Beanie Baby version of the protocol droid, explaining that this was his favorite piece of merchandise. I've had the very same beanie in my collection since I was about 6, so that's pretty cool, even if mine is a bit weathered.
But you and your parents and your grandparents have been paying my salary for the last 39 years. I'm very grateful. Because it is 39 years or so since I first stood on a strange planet in a distant galaxy and said, "Hello, I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations, and this is my counterpart, R2-D2. 39 years of trying to create and maintain a credible character. 39 years of gradually becoming one of the film industry's greatest visual icons. 39 years of wearing the film industry's most uncomfortable costume. 39 years. 39 years of all that art, and I end up as a Beanie Baby. But that is show business, and it's show business that brings me back to Seattle tonight.
That was the very first time I saw him in person, the actor behind my all-time favorite character. That was a lot of fun. And to top it off, that's when Billy Dee Williams entered, and we got to hear some of the best stories about their filming experiences and the costumes they wore. Billy Dee, who is one of the most famous actors to sign on for a role in Star Wars, said that the main reason he decided to participate was that amazing cape. Once the introductions were over, people started dispersing for various events. Eventually, I noticed a small crowd gathering around one spot. Anthony Daniels had randomly appeared to take pictures with fans. I, of course, joined the group to get a chance at actually meeting Mr. Daniels. When he saw my Star Geek t-shirt, he called me over to grab a picture with him next to his astromech pal. The R2 unit is a fully functioning, remote-controlled replica made by Bob Jacobson from the Seattle R2 Builders Club. It was awesome to meet Anthony for the first, but certainly not the last time. Before we headed on our way to the Spotlight Talks, it was pretty cool to see that one of my tweets got featured up on the big screen. When we did get to the spotlight rooms, we learned that Billy D. Williams' talk had extra seats, and that we could sit in on his presentation, even though we didn't have the wristband for it. So we got to hear more of the adventures of Lando and his life outside of Star Wars. After that, we finally got to see Anthony Daniels' energy while in his spotlight talk. While the EMP may have wanted for him to sit calmly in his seat for a Q&A session, that's not the Anthony Daniels style.
Be totally enthusiastic, yes? Possibly in a more English way than an American way. You know what I mean? Not so much whooping, but applause is good. I'm sorry. No whooping, but applause is good. Excellent.
He ran up into the crowd, stood up on multiple occasions, and interacted more with the audience than with the interviewer. He even got everyone in the room to put down their phones, after a talk with some loud photographers.
I need you to stop clicking now, or I'm going to take your camera and I'm going to do awful things. As I was saying. So, one of the lessons is, let's stop taking photographs right now because it's very distracting. I'm trying to be soulful and interesting, and all you can do. And I'm trying to contact all you people in this room, eye to eye. I was going to say cheek to cheek, but that's later. To be here now, present, at one. Where was that? Yes, I am being here with you close up and personal, and all you can do is point a wizened little screen at me, and later on look at some out of focus, distant picture and think, I wish I'd been there. The fact is, you are. Now look at it. The doors are locked. The doors are locked. There is no escape. No escape for the princess this time. And no escape for you either.
He eloquently but firmly made the point that people should be present and enjoy life in the moment, rather than trying to live it through a 4-inch screen after the fact, thinking, man, I wish I could have been there.
Can you see me here? Can you see okay? There is a lady in front of you. If her hair's in the way, just smack it out the way. You know, tall people, when I go to the theatre, it's always tall people who sit in front of me. I spend the whole evening hating them, so I like to do the force bad through the back of their head. Sometimes they wither and die before the intermission. I like that. It makes the second half so much easier to enjoy. Oh, yes.
So, Anthony,
Yes, where were we? Before I so rudely interrupted.
So now that I've finally finished my stories meeting Anthony Daniels, I'm sure you're ready to actually see the exhibit itself. Just the staircase alone was exciting, leading up to a Yoda rehearsal puppet owned by Gus Lopez, just one of the many amazing things in his collection. I was fortunate to meet Gus for the very first time during this event. When we reached the top of the stairs, the outfits were stunning. Padme had the most extensive wardrobe, taking up most of the bottom level of the exhibit. My favorite costumes in the whole exhibit were those of the best droid duo in the galaxy, 3PO and R2. There was also a bunch of artwork and conceptual designs. And all of that was just the bottom floor. Some of the most iconic costumes were upstairs. And how could I leave out the most important costume in the entire saga? Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader. The costumes were all incredible, making Star Wars and the Power of Costume one of the best exhibits I've ever been to. Subscribe to Star Geek for weekly Star Wars content. If you like the channel, please tell a friend. If you enjoyed the video, please shoot that like button. It lights speed. You can go check out my Facebook page linked in the description. Also check out my Twitter account at StarGeekYT and find me on Instagram by the same handle. Click on the link to the left for my last video, my Force Friday experience. You can also click on the right to watch 5 fun facts on Darth Maul. Don't forget to like the video and comment if you visited the exhibit. Until we meet again in a galaxy far, far away, this has been Star Geek.
Gonk, gonk, gonk.
Whoa, what are you wearing?
Gonk, 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 gonk. Gonk, gonk.
Jar Jar Binks is your favorite Star Wars character. Gary, why... never mind. What did you come to ask me?
Gonk, gonk.
Oh, I don't know how to break this to you, Gary, but Jar Jar's outfit didn't make it in the exhibit.
Gonk, gonk, gonk.
Well, I don't think many people like him as much as you do. Sorry.
Gonk.